Hey guys, what is going on? Anthony here with Pistons Talk. In today's video, wanted to talk to you guys about Killian Hayes' preseason debut. We have some quotes to, dissect with Rod Beard. So let's get straight into it. So Killian Hayes' first game, to me, there were some bright spots, but there were also some negative spots where, I want to see him get better. I think some bright spots that I really liked with Killian Hayes was the two-man game with him and Blake Griffin. I want to see more of that this season. I think they can both help each other. I think, Killian getting picks from Blake is really going to open up the offense because Blake is going to have so much attention on him because he's a three-level scorer. And it's going to help Killian in a sense to get better working out of the pick and roll. Now, some negatives, obviously, if you just look at the box score, you're going to say, okay, Anthony, why did he have 7 turnovers? A lot of these turnovers were just ticky-tack turnovers. A couple of them were him palming the basketball, which, you can't do that in the NBA. Some of them were just, bad entry passes, and they got away from his teammates. But other than that, nothing really too negative about his first preseason game. Now, let's get into these quotes from Rod Beard of the Detroit News. This first quote comes from Killian's teammate Derrick Rose on Killian Hayes' debut. This is what he had to say. For all of them rookies, it's really not fair. I was able to have the summer league in other games. For them, you're just throwing them in the first. So what Derrick Rose is referring to is when he was drafted, he got to participate in the summer league. As you guys know, it's, right after the NBA draft. And, he got to get comfortable, playing, getting used to the coaching staff and player development coaches. Killian didn't have that opportunity this year. As you guys know, the NBA draft was pushed back all the way to November. Then they had training camp. And, there was no summer league this year for the rookies that did get drafted. Now, if you look back, usually NBA drafts are in June. And then you have the summer league, like July-ish. And then you have some preseason games like around September. So Killian didn't get to have that. And I can understand where Derrick Rose is coming from, saying, you're just throwing them out there in their first preseason game. It's not fair for them because they're going to make a lot of mistakes. And I 100% agree with Derrick Rose. Not making any excuses for Killian, but that is, what's going on with this COVID season right now. Like, they were just, NBA draft, free agency, preseason, like within less than a month. So it's a lot to get used to for these rookies. So expect a lot of mistakes from this draft class. And the next quote is from Killian Hayes, and this is what he had to say just about, playing in the NBA. He says, it's a learning process, and I'm going to get better next game. He obviously knows he had a really bad game. Anytime you have 7 turnovers, that's not going to be a positive, bright spot for anyone. And I think he knows that, and he's focused for this Sunday's game against the Knicks. He wants to redeem himself because he knows that he's a better player than what we saw in his first preseason game. This last quote is from Dwayne Casey on Killian Hayes. He says, he talked about what he did wrong last night before we even showed him a video. So Dwayne Casey was getting ready to show Killian Hayes the mistakes he made in his first preseason game. Probably had a tablet on hand to show him and say, hey, we broke down your film. We want you to watch it. This is what we want you to do better for Sunday's game against the Knicks. Killian said, I know what I did wrong. He probably broke down plays to Dwayne Casey saying, I shouldn't have done this. I shouldn't have palmed the basketball. I should have passed the ball to Blake more. Stuff like that. So the fact that Killian had that on his conscience tells me that he took that preseason game very seriously. He wants to get better. He knows he's a better player than we saw in last night's game. I want to know what you guys think, though, of all these quotes from Killian Hayes. Your initial reactions of watching him in the first preseason game against the New York Knicks. Talk to me down in the comment section how you guys are feeling about Killian Hayes. I'll talk to you guys down there. Like always, I hope you guys are staying safe. Take care. I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Peace.